welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel, and today I've got some exciting stuff to share with you. We're going to be checking out some items that will be available for the September 2021 Polish Pickup. Before we get into it, if you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. That lets me know you enjoy my Polish Pickup review. And if you're not already, I'd really appreciate you pressing that subscribe button. I upload new nail polish live swatching reviews every single week. So if you didn't know already, this month's Polish Pickup theme is Trick or Treat. The shop will open on September 3rd at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and will be open through September 6th. Wishlisting always begins the Sunday before the shop opens, so this month wishlisting will begin on August 29th. If you're brand new to shopping Polish Pickup and you're not quite sure what it is or how to shop, then definitely check out my description box. You'll find helpful links and tips that will make your shopping experience go much more smoothly. Alright, so I'm not sure how many items I'm going to have to share with you today. They're still coming in, so I'll pop the number up on the screen here, but I'm sure it's a lot. It's always a lot. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches. Alright, so quick little disclaimer, I do apologize if my voice sounds a little bit raspy in this video. I'm going through some pretty serious allergy stuff right now, but I didn't want to wait until next weekend to film this, so we're doing it right now. Hopefully it's not too distracting. We're going to swatch these in rainbow order, even though most of the polishes I have to share with you are either black or purple. But we're beginning with Night Owl Lacquer's That Halloween Glow. This one's described as being a blackened orange base filled with orange to bronze to gold to green shimmer. It's going to retail for $13 and there is no cap, and it's inspired by glowing jack-o'-lanterns. And I think Night Owl did a wonderful job with that inspiration. The shimmer is so reflective, it really glows in that burnt orange base. This one was not a favorite for me in the bottle, but when I got it on my nail, oh my goodness, it became an instant standout for me this month. On application, it's super opaque. I was able to get full opacity in just 2 coats. So my nails are a little bit shorter in this up-close swatch video, but in my full hand swatches, they're their normal length, and at both lengths, it was a 2-coater. I think most people will get full opacity no problem in just 2 coats. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch in some lower outdoor lighting, and that shift from gold to green to bronze to orange is just magnificent. So in love with the shiftiness of this one. Pictured are 2 coats of That Halloween Glow from Night Owl Lacquer. Night Owl Lacquer also brings us a very versatile topper for the indie pickup shop. This one's called The Answer is Treat, and it's described as being a clear base with holographic microflakies, red to orange to gold, and green to purple to blue multi-chrome flakes. It can be worn in 1 coat as a topper or on its own. It's going to retail for $12 and there is no cap, and it's inspired by brightly colored candy wrappers. Yes, I was so hoping to have some candy-inspired polishes this month. That is my favorite part of Halloween. Personally, I like anything sour. Let me know in the comments what kind of candy do you like. So I am going to be showing you what it looks like in all the possible situations. Right here, I'm going to build it up on its own in 2 coats. You can also see I'll swatch it over black and on the far left over a sheer white. I found that on my nail length, it built up really well on its own in just 2 coats. There was no visible nail line, although I could still see a little bit of my nail peeking through the flakes. It was not noticeable at all. This one looked super stunning over black, and I'll zoom you in a second so you can see. And then over white, it was very pretty as well. Like I said, I think this topper is just incredibly versatile, and I don't think there is a color you could put it over that it wouldn't look fantastic. So here's what it looks like up close over the white. Those flakies really pop. Here's what it looks like over the black, completely different and stunning. And then here's what it looks like in 2 coats on its own. And then here's what it looks like as a topper over a cream that I got from the Night Owl Lacquer site called Find Peace in the Rain. Oh my goodness, I wore this for 2 full days. I'm obsessed with this combo. Those flakes with this dusty teal, it's just gorgeous. And then here's what it looks like over Night Owl Lacquer's polish offering for this month, That Halloween Glow. These polishes aren't made to go together, but I think they actually look really, really interesting when combined. Pictured is 1 coat of The Answer is Treat over Find Peace in the Rain, both from Night Owl Lacquer. And one coat of the answer's treat over that Halloween glow. Next, we're taking a look at Bee's Knees Lacquer offering for this month. This one is called the Blood Moon, and it's described as being an orange to gold to green pastel multichrome loaded with black to red multichrome flakes. It's going to retail for $13, and there is no cap on this one. The maker was inspired by American Horror Story Season 6, Roanoke. Oh my goodness, my expectations were set high for Bee's Knees Lacquer's offering this month. I feel like year round they kind of make some mystic, spooky shades. This one did not disappoint. You guys, it is amazing. On application, it was pretty sheer on that first coat, but it really has to be to show off the brilliance of these red and black multichrome flakes. It started to build up really nicely on that second coat, and I did reach full opacity at my shorter length and at my longer length in just 3 coats. I don't imagine most people will need to go in for 4 or pair this with a blurring base coat of any kind. So pretty. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch in some outdoor lighting. Again, we just get a wonderful shift from green to orange to gold, and then those added black to red multichrome flakes just makes this polish incredibly unique. Pictured are 3 coats of the Blood Moon from Bee's Knees Lacquer. Up next from Fair Maiden, we have Creepin' It Real. That name, I just can't handle it. But this one's described as being a violet purple jelly base that's jam-packed with chroma and iridescent flakies shifting from orange to golden to yellow to green to teal. All the shifts. It's going to retail for $12, and there will be no cap on this one. So I was surprised in reading the description that it said it had a violet purple jelly base. To my eye, it looks more blue, but you'll see on the nail that you're not really paying attention to the base anyway. I mean, how could you with all of those dazzling flakes in there? I shouldn't have been, but I was a little bit surprised by how sheer this one was. You don't want these gorgeous flaky polishes to be too opaque in the base, otherwise they conceal those gorgeous, gorgeous flakies. Don't you worry though, this one builds up absolutely brilliantly. All on its own. Those flakes do not let any VNL show through. So you can see already how much coverage we're getting in 2 coats. Those flakes are on the larger side, so I'd recommend going in for thin coats with this one. But in 3 coats, I had no visible nail line. I had nails that were completely covered in those flakes, and it was gorgeous. I do think that you definitely could choose to sponge this one on for a quicker buildup, but I did just apply with a brush and in 3 coats. Here's what it looks like in some lower outdoor lighting. You can see how incredibly shifty those flakes are. This polish is something else. Pictured are 3 coats of Creepin' It Real by Fair Maiden. Continuing on with our more blue-based polishes, this one is called Back on My Boosheet from Bluebird Lacquer, and it's described as being a glowing, ghostly cerulean blue jelly packed to the ghouls with blue metallic flakes and purple to blue to green shifting iridescent flakes. This one is going to be $12.50. There is no cap, and it's inspired by Blinky the Blue Ghost from Pac-Man. Lucy always coming through with the hilarious names and descriptions. I love that. So this one was another standout for me this month. It was just so incredibly different from everything else being offered. It is a Halloween themed month, so of course, I expected we'd have a lot of purples and blacks and oranges. It was just really refreshing to get something this bright and beautiful. Application was absolutely wonderful, very opaque on that first coat. Tons of those incredible crushed flakies come out very easily on the nail, and I did reach full opacity in just 2 coats. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch in some bright sunlight, and you can see those gorgeous cerulean flakes just shifting from green to blue, and then at extreme angles you can see some purple there too. Pictured are 2 coats of Bluebird Lacquer Back on My Boosheet. Moving on to our plethora of purples. From Pretty Beautiful Unlimited this month, we have Foolish Mortals. This one's described as being a medium purple crelly base with holographic pigment, aurora shimmer, a mix of Halloween-inspired holographic glitters, and a mix of 5 crystal chameleon flakes. And a partridge in a pear tree. This polish has a lot of stuff in it. It's amazing though. It all works together so nicely. So this one's going to retail for $12.50. It has a 190 US cap and a 10 bottle UK cap, and it was inspired by the Haunted Mansion. So this purple base is definitely a lot more blue leaning than some of the other purples I'm going to show you. It's very cool in tone, and like I said, it is just jam-packed with different kinds of pigments. We've got crystal chameleon flakes, aurora shimmer, hollow pigment. There are some other kinds of holographic glitters in there. So it's got a lot in there. It built up really nicely for me in just 2 coats. And even at my longer nail length, I was able to get full opacity in 2 coats as well. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch in some lower outdoor lighting. And you can just see all of those gorgeous glitters and flakies working together so beautifully. This is a really fun polish. Pictured are 2 coats of Pretty Beautiful Unlimited Foolish Mortals. Pretty Beautiful Unlimited also brings us a wax melt this month. This is Hansel and Gretel's House. It's going to retail for $6, and there is a 90 US cap and a 10 UK cap. The scent description for this one is it smells like vanilla frosting, cinnamon sticks, toasted graham crackers, and juicy raisins. So even with my allergies going on, I can still smell this wax melt, and that is saying something. This is a very strong scent. It's got a wonderful throw. I've got it melting now, and my house smells like a bakery. I get a whole lot of that vanilla and a little bit of the cinnamon. And as you can see, the colors in this one are super Halloween themed, and I absolutely love this wax melt. I was so impressed. I'm always in love with Pretty Beautiful Unlimited's wax melts though. Before I got them in PR, I always purchased them. So if you are a fan too and you love bakery scents, this is not one to miss. This month from KBShimmer, we have Witch Please. This one's described as being a grape purple crelly featuring orange to burnt orange to gold color shifting flakes. It's going to retail for $11, and oh my goodness, it has a cap. Dun, dun, dun. KBShimmer has a cap. What is this? But it's a 750 bottle cap, so still pretty large. However, wouldn't be surprised if it sold out. So make sure if you like this one, you add it to your wish list. You add them all to your cart the night before the shop opens so you can check out quickly right at 11 a.m. the day polish pickup starts. So this one is quite different from all the other purples. That's one thing that really made me happy about this month's selections. Although we did get a lot of purples and a lot of blacks, they're all vastly different. At the end of my video today, I'll show you a side-by-side comparison of all of the polishes on a swatch wheel. As you can see, application for this one was just so beautiful, as KBShimmer's polishes always tend to be. At my shorter nail length, it was fully opaque in 2 coats, but when my nails were longer, I did need 3 full coats for this one. Gosh, those flakes are stunning. And that's what sets this polish apart from the others. Those pink to gold to bronze to orange shifting flakes just contrast so beautifully against that purple base. Purple polish lovers, you must be in heaven this month. And in case you were wondering what this looks like with a matte top coat, here you go. It's maybe more beautiful than it is glossy. I never say that, but it's really pretty. Pictured are 3 coats of Witch Please from KBShimmer. KBShimmer also brings us a sugar scrub in the scent Warm Apple Cider this month. This sugar scrub is going to retail for $10, and there is no cap. So if you're new to my channel, I love KBShimmer sugar scrubs. I would say they are maybe my very favorite sugar scrub I've ever tried. I love using them every week as part of my nail care routine. I love using them when I do pedicures. it is just wonderful because they're super exfoliating, but they have a lot of really nourishing oils like olive oil, castor seed oil, cocoa seed butter, shea butter that really moisturize as they exfoliate. In terms of its scent, this one is scrumptious. Apple is my absolute favorite fall scent, pumpkin being a close second, and this one just smells so yummy, like I'm having to refrain from trying to eat it. Just kidding. So it mostly smells like apple, of course, but it also has notes of cinnamon, clove, and bourbon. So it just got a little bit of spiciness and some sweetness, and then the tartness of the apple. Oh my goodness, it's perfection. I might have to get a backup of this one because it smells so incredibly yummy. And I love apple scents throughout winter too, so I know I will use a backup. KBShimmer also improved their lid on their scrubs. I know some people were having issues when they ordered their scrubs, they'd arrive leaking out of the tub. So they have a new and improved heat sealed lid to make sure that your scrub arrives leak free. This month from Graceful Nail Polish, we have Graveyard Mash. This one's described as having a blurple base with Aurora shimmer throughout that shifts from gold to brown to green to silver to red to a very strong blue, and I totally agree with that. It's going to retail for $12.50, and there is a 135 bottle cap. This one's inspired by the graveyard at night, and its silvery shift with the blue has a very eerie graveyard night glow look. And I definitely agree with that. In bright lighting, as you can see, you get a lot of the grapey purple base and green and blue shift. And then as you move your hand around in lower lighting, you get a glimpse of some of those other colors. Application for this one was super smooth and easy to work with, very even and a little bit of a crelly lean to it with the base. It's completely packed with those shimmers, so much so that you get almost full opacity on the first coat. I did get full opacity in 2 coats. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch in some lower outdoor lighting, and the shift is gorgeous. Like I said, it has a grapey purple base, and you can see the shift to green, to blue, to gold. It's so, so pretty. Pictured are 2 coats of Graveyard Mash from Graceful Nail Polish. This month from Penelope, we have Wizard Kitten. This one has a vibrant purple base with matte orange and black glitters and tiny black stars. It's going to retail for $13, and there is a 500 bottle cap. This one's inspired by a really cute image the maker found of a kitten dressed as a wizard. Search the Polish Pickup Pack Facebook group. You'll be able to find it. It's so cute. I'll have that group linked below, by the way, in case you want to join. Tons of swatches there. Absolutely love that group. So the base of this one, I agree, is a vibrant grapey purple base. I think it's coming off just a little bit bluer on camera than it is in real life. And you get such strong contrast between that cool base and those orange glitters and those black glitters. Love the stars in this one too. On application, this one definitely had a more crelly type base. I was surprised I got some glitters out on the first coat. Usually with these kinds of crellies, the glitters come on the second and third coats, which you can see here. I'm already getting some stars. I didn't have to do any swirling, no fishing. They came out very easily on their own. And I did reach full opacity with this one in 3 coats. Look how smoothly it applied, and I really like the pond effect created by those gorgeous glitters. So as you can see, it dries down in 3 coats, quite textured, so you will want a smoothing top coat for this one. Lucky for you, if you don't have one already, there is one coming to the indie pickup shop this month. Glisten and Glow is bringing back their glitter grabber, which is one of my absolute favorite glitter smoothing top coats. If you haven't used one before, basically you use this product on top of a glitter heavy or flaky heavy polish, and it just really adheres to those glitters. It grabs them and smooths them out nicely. The glitter grabber is going to retail for $8, and there will be no cap on this one. So adding the glitter grabber to Wizard Kitten from Penelope, you can see it just smooths out those glitters so beautifully. You're gonna wait for it to dry down all the way, add a glossy top coat, and here's the finished look. Oh my goodness, such a fun Halloween mani. I think I'm definitely gonna have to wear this one the week of Halloween this year. It's just too cute not to. Pictured are 3 coats of Wizard Kitten from Penelope with a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat. Glisten and Glow also brings us a polish this month. This is Cats and Bats. It's described as being a dark purple, almost black jelly polish that's filled with iridescent flakes that shift from dark blue to purple, as well as iridescent flakes that shift from pink to red to orange to green to gold. It's also got hollow flakes and hollow sparkles. So this polish has a lot in it, and look how gorgeous. It's going to retail for $12.50, and the cap is TBD. Hopefully it's going to have no cap. I know Glisten Glow usually doesn't have a cap. If I get updated information on that, I will make sure to put it in the description box. So as you can see, the base of this one is a very, very dark purple. In most lighting, I could tell it was a purple, but in low lighting, it definitely did appear to be black. I kept going back and forth. Should I put it with the blacks? Should I put it with the purples? And decided, you can see now why, I had to put it with the purples. That base is blackened, but it's purple. So lots of those gorgeous iridescent flakies come out no problem with this one, and they build up really nicely on the nail. There are so many of them that you want to make sure you go in kind of thin on your coats with this one. If you've got shorter nails, 2 coats will work fine for you, but if you've got longer nails, you might need 3 coats for this one. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch in some sunlight, and look at all of those elements working together, the different iridescent flakies, all of that hollow is such a fun mix. Love this polish too. Pictured are 3 coats of Glisten and Glow Cats and Bats with a glossy top coat, and Cats and Bats with a matte top coat. Isn't that pretty? This month from MTK Design, we have Simply Meant to Be. This one's described as being a thermal that's purple when cool. That's what you're looking at now. And then when it warms up, it turns orange. It's got 2 different kinds of shifting iridescent flakies and shimmers for a spirited mix of violets, purples, reds, and orange. It's going to retail for $12, and there will be no cap on this one. And this one's inspired by Jack Skellington and Sally fan art. Such cute inspo. So the flakes in this one are really gorgeous too. We have lots of incredible iridescent flakies this month. And the shimmers kind of appear to be a cool purple or maybe blue color, which again, we're seeing some great contrast with that dusty mauvey purple base. On application, this one definitely had a jelly-like formula. It applied very smooth and even. If you've used MTK Design before, you know they have a more rounded style brush, but I had no application issues whatsoever. It was super smooth and easy to apply. You can see it's already starting to transition. This one transitioned on me super quick, and oh, I love it in both states. That's typically how I am with thermals. I will not purchase them unless I love both states of the polishes, the warm and the cool, and I love both states for this one. So as you can see in 3 coats, it's completely built up. Here's what it looks like with the orange and the purple together. Oh my goodness. This one is really unique. I don't have any other thermals like this in my collection, and I love that the orange is kind of bright and then the purple is more dusty. So fun. So pictured are 3 coats of MTK Design, Simply Meant to Be Cool. Here's what it looks like warm in its orange state. And then here's what it looks like with a little bit of both and a glossy top coat. This month, Unicorn Magic brings us their deluxe coconut milk hand cream in the scent Buttered Pumpkin Pecan Honey Waffles. Are you drooling? Because I'm drooling. This one is going to retail for $7.75, and it does have a 200 tube cap. So the scent notes on this one are buttered pumpkin waffles, dripping with honey, brown sugar, and pecans. Oh my goodness. The scent is remarkable. If you like pumpkin, if you like bakery, trust me, you're going to love this scent. I am so incredibly obsessed. I've started using it every day before work, and I'm not kidding, even after hand washing. I can smell this 3 hours after I put it on, which never happens for me. And it's not overpoweringly sweet. It's sweet and it smells exactly like what they have listed, but it doesn't give me a headache. It's perfect. On top of that, this has a lot of really moisturizing ingredients like coconut milk, jojoba oil, sunflower oil, shea butter, hemp seed oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, cocoa butter, mango butter, argan oil, and even more. It also has lactic acid, which helps remove dead skin cells. Lactic acid is one of my favorite alpha hydroxy acids, and you never find it in just body lotions and hand lotions. So, very impressed that this has this one. I can't wait to pick up more of this kind of lotion from Unicorn Magic Skincare. This month from Cupcake Polish, we have Things for the Memories. And gotta say, such a clever name. Yes, go Cupcake. All right, so this is described as being a blood red linear holographic. It's gonna retail for $13 and there is no cap. I've gotta contest the color for this one a little bit. I don't think it is red. I think it's like a deep blackened magenta, almost like a berry jam shade. I don't see much, if any, red at all in this, but I prefer this color over a blood red. I think it's so gorgeous. And again, it's just a really great standout from all of the purples and blacks we have. And I still feel like it falls really well into the Halloween theme where it's kind of a deeper berry color. It's slightly spooky, okay? It's slightly spooky. It's a spooky pink. So application for this one was perfection. It was fully opaque on that first coat. I did go in for a second just to plump it out a little bit, but I could easily be one and done with this one, no problem. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch in some outdoor lighting, and Cupcake nails the holographics every time. This one is phenomenal, and yes, I'm gonna have to wear this fall. It's too pretty not to. Pictured are 2 coats of Fangs for the Memories from Cupcake Polish. This month, Linby Designs brings us Spirit Offering. It's described as being a dark pink to yellow to green, shifting multi-chrome with silver magnetic pole and scattered holographic flakes. It's going to retail for $13 and there's no cap on this one. It's inspired by leaving treats for spirits so that they won't trick you. So this one, being a multi-chrome, I could have put it with the greens. I felt like I could have even put it with the oranges, but I did want to put it with the cupcake. So again, we could compare them side by side at the end. This is one of my favorite Linby Designs polishes I've ever tried. The magnetic, you'll see, is super reactive and it's just all in all a beautiful polish. On application, it went on super smooth. I love Linby Design's nice wide paddle brush. It's so easy to work with. So I applied 1 coat, added my magnet, and look how reactive. I did hold it on for 30 seconds, maybe 45. And then here's what it looks like after the first coat. Get a really beautiful defined silver line there. Then on that second coat, I did go in a little bit thicker, held my magnet on probably between 45 and 60 seconds since there was more polish to magnetize. And here is the finished look. Really, really pretty. That silver just pops against that gorgeous dark pink base. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch and some lower outdoor lighting. And you can see it shifting. In this lighting, it looks pink. You're seeing some green there. And then look how it just flashes to a different kind of green. Get some bronze. Oh, it's pretty. And those holographic flakes complement that magnetic line so beautifully. Pictured are 2 coats of Linby Designs Spirit Offering. Linby Designs also brings us a wax melt this month in the scent Apple Cider Donuts. Again, I'm so hungry. Doing this voiceover, not really, I'm not hungry. I just want all of these yummy fall treats. And this one smells just like apple cider donuts. It's got notes of apple, caramelized sugar, and orange that blend into custard, rum, coconut, and butter, and finishes of vanilla, maple, and benzoin. I think that's how you say that, but this one's gonna retail for $5 and have a 100 cap. It does come in a 2.5 ounce container and has 6 cubes. So this one smells so yummy. When I smell it without reading the description, what I picked up most was, of course, the apple. Yay, so yummy for fall. And then I also get a lot of that butter and vanilla. It smells very bakery and super yummy. It's got some pretty gold glitters, as you can see, and the color of the wax itself is more of a berry shade. Very pretty to melt and super, super yummy. This month from Stella Chroma, we have Harvest Moon. This one is described as being a deep purple base and a heavy helping of blue to red to gold shifting shimmer. It's also got a ton of holographic flakes, which you can see in there. So pretty. Love hollow flakes. And it's going to retail for $13 with no cap. It's inspired by the oh so gorgeous actual Harvest Moon, or if you ask Stella Chroma's husband, it's inspired by the Neil Young song. So this polish is so murky and mysterious and beautiful. Totally reminds me of a spooky Halloween night, so love the inspiration. As you can see, this one had a very smooth and self-leveling formula. You get a lot of that gorgeous multi-chrome shimmer out on the first coat and tons of those hollow flakies as well. I did reach full opacity in just 2 coats, and I think 2 coats would be great for most people. If you've got very long nails, maybe you'd need with 3 for this one, but I think most people will be good in 2. So here's what it looks like in the sunlight, and you can see it shifting from blue to purple to pink to gold. The shifts in this one are stunning. Whoa, look at it. It's so pretty. I'm not usually super big on multi-chromes, but I do love this one. Pictured are 2 coats of Harvest Moon from Stella Chroma. And kind of getting into our black base polishes now, Cuticula brings us Home is Where the Haunt Is. It's described as being a black base with purple to blue shifting shimmer, as well as green, purple, and silver shiny metallic flakes. It's going to retail for $12.50, and there is no cap on this one. My camera is kind of freaking out because of the strength of all of that metallic flake and because of the brightness and brilliance of that beautiful blue to purple shifting shimmer. It's a lot going on in this polish. I think that these flaky polishes from Cuticula are always super popular. I suspect this one will be too. This one was super smooth and easy to apply. It does have more of a jelly type base, so you can see all of those gorgeous shimmers and flakes. Oh, so gorgeous. And 2 coats, I did have full opacity, but I knew that the base would get deeper if I added a 3rd coat, so I did go in for a 3rd. And on top of that, I wanted more flakes because more is more. Who doesn't want more flakes? And so here's what it looks like in 3 coats, just absolutely deep and broody and stunning. This month for the indie pickup shop, Cuticula brings us their Limitless Quick Dry Top Coat in the scent Caramel Apple Pops. It's going to retail for $9 and there's no cap. The scent notes for this one are a blend of green apple candy and just a hint of caramel. So they've had this Limitless Quick Dry Top Coat in the past. This time around, the caramel isn't as in your face as it was in the last version. It's supposed to be a little bit more balanced. I didn't try their version before, so I can't speak to that. But I can say that this one smells just like the caramel apple pop candy. Just like it. Oh my goodness, it's so yummy. I definitely pick up on the apple first and then the caramel after, but it is delicious. If you haven't tried Cuticula's Limitless Quick Dry Top Coat, I really encourage you to give it a shot. It's my go-to for a long-lasting mani now. If I know I want to wear a polish for a few days or longer, I'll put this polish on because it doesn't give me shrinkage and it just gives a glass-like shine that lasts for days. I love it. So here's what Home is Where the Haunt Is looks like on the full hand swatch with the Limitless Quick Dry Top Coat. So beautiful, very vampy, and perfect, of course, for Halloween. Pictured are 3 coats of Home is Where the Haunt Is with the Cuticula Limitless Quick Dry Top Coat. And then for fun, I also added a matte top coat and thought that looked really cool too. This month, Coloristic Carol brings us Witch's Best Wishes. Try saying that 5 times fast. It's described as being a black to orange to gold to red multi-chrome base with UCC flakes that shift blue to green to purple and multi-chrome 3D magnetic effect that goes from pink to purple to blue. It's going to retail for $12.50 and has a cap of only 200 bottles. Whew, this one is probably going to sell out. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. On application, this one was very smooth and easy to work with. Coloristic Carol also has a wonderful wide flat paddle brush if you're into those as well. I felt like the magnetic pigment was super reactive on this one too. I did a coat, applied the magnet for 30 seconds, and here's what that looked like. You already have a gorgeous defined magnetic line after only one coat. I went in for a second coat, again, a little bit thicker this time, held on the magnet for between 45 to 60 seconds. Wow, look how reactive it was. I'm impressed. And here's what it looked like after that. Really shifty and pretty. Look how that magnetic line just moves around. It definitely is 3D, and I just think the flakes and the multi-chrome base complement that magnetic line so beautifully. This polish is very cohesive and super spooky. Pictured are 2 coats of Witch's Best Wishes with a glossy top coat. This month, by Danny Viana brings us an absolute stunner. This is We See You. Such a creepy name. And it's described as being a black jelly base with a mix of neon yellow glitters. It's going to retail for $13 and does have a cap of 400. So I think this one's going to sell out too. This one's inspired by like an image where it was glowing green eyes with a black background. So all you could see were the glowing green eyes. I saw this and I thought of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats. Anybody else? No? Just me? Okay, fine. But that being said, this polish is so gorgeous. On application, it was a little bit sheer with the jelly base, but again, that is so those incredible glitters can shine through. We don't want them covered up. It ruins the effect. The jelly base is super smooth and very easy to work with, and I had no issue at all getting tons of glitters out. Because there were so many glitters in here, I do recommend going in thinner on your coats. You might also want to do a little bit of placement so that you don't get the glitters clumped up on each other, and so they're nice and spread out on the nail. When I built this polish up in 3 coats, I did reach full opacity, and look at the cool pond effect you get. You can see all of the glitters on the previous layers. It's amazing. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch and some outdoor lighting. Oh, the pond effect is so cool. Obsessed with this one. Because of the glitters, you will want a glitter smoothing top coat, and it will be difficult to remove. Pictured are 3 coats of We See You with a glossy top coat and a glitter smoothing top coat from by Danny Viana. Month, Alicia's Lacquer brings us the Pum King and Pum Queen of Halloween. That's funny to say. And it is described as being a black jelly polish with gold flakies and orange hex glitters in multiple sizes. It's going to retail for $12. There's no cap, and it's inspired by, of course, pumpkins. I really like the blend of glitters and flakes in here. Some of those orange glitters are holographic, so when you take this polish into bright lighting, you don't just see the orange and gold. As you can see now, you're getting flashes of red, green, blue, purple. It's just a really fun mix. On application, this one was quite sheer, but it does build up nicely. I think the fact that it's sheer lends this polish well to being a topper if you'd be interested in that. On the second coat, we get a better development of the color. It's still not quite black, but it does build up nicely on the third coat. So here's what it looks like in 3 coats. As you can see, it's not the darkest black ever, but again, if you wanted a deeper color, you could always layer it over a black cream to get it a little bit deeper. Because of all the flakes and glitters in here though, even in 3 coats, even though it wasn't super dark, I couldn't see any visible nail line. So here's what it looks like built up in 3 coats in some sunlight. Really beautiful. I think the warmer glitters and flakes almost make the base lean a little brown. It's super pretty. Pictured are 3 coats of the Pump King and Pump Queen of Halloween with a glossy top coat. This month, Heather's Hues brings us Get Lit, and it's described as being a black base with a touch of black to red multi-chrome flakes. It's loaded with a mix of metallic and holographic glitters in orange, red, and purple, as well as red to copper to gold multi-chrome flakes. It's going to retail for $12.50, and there's no cap in this one. It was inspired by jack-o'-lanterns hanging on a porch, which is so funny with the name Get Lit. I just got that. I love it. So this is our last black polish we're looking at today. As you can see, it is just completely packed with different components. It's got everything but the kitchen sink. It's so pretty. On application, I was surprised by how pigmented this one was. It definitely has a jelly base, but man, it's pretty black on that first coat. I could tell it would build up beautifully for me in just 2 coats. I did go in a little bit thick on that first coat. I would recommend for this one, just to keep it nice and smooth and even, to go in for thinner coats. So here's what it looks like going in for the second coat, and you can see it is fully opaque in 2 coats. And I'm surprised that it's this opaque in 2, yet you can really see those glitters so well. It's beautiful. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch in some beautiful outdoor lighting. And you can see those flakes just glowing and those glitters just glowing in that black base. This is a really pretty black. Pictured are 2 coats of Get Lit from Heather's Hues. Heather's Hues also brings us their What's Lotion this month, or their What Is This Sorcery Lotion. It's in the scent Tricks or Treats. It's going to retail for $7.25 and does have a 50 tub cap. So the scent description for this one is supposed to smell like a bag of Halloween goodies. It's got a blend of pumpkin, persimmon, and apple, notes of berries, blueberries, elderberries, currants, orange, and cinnamon, and it's rounded off with kisses of sugarcane and vanilla. When I smell it, I get a whole lot of that pumpkin and cinnamon, a little bit of the apple as well. It's very sweet and a little spicy, super delicious. I love the What's Lotion, especially for this time of year, because it is moisturizing, but it's completely non-greasy. It leaves your skin feeling light. But it has really nourishing ingredients like avocado oil, sweet almond oil, rice bran oil, jojoba oil, chia seed oil, vitamin E, and glycerin that help moisturize your skin and make it feel so nourished. This does have nut and seed oils, like I said, so if you have sensitivity to that, please keep that in mind. We're down to our last 2 polishes. We've got 2 gorgeous whites to look at. This first one is from Wildflower Lacquer, and it's Carpe Noctem, or Seize the Night. It's described as being a smoky white base with strong copper to yellow to green shifting shimmer and scattered holographic. It's going to retail for $13. Thank goodness there is no cap, and it's inspired by the White Witch. So absolutely loving this base color. I think it's perfect for fall, winter too. It is white, but it definitely has a smokiness to it that makes it borderline gray. And as you can see, that copper shimmer in bright lighting is, ooh, it's going to knock your socks off. It is bright and intense, and then in lower lighting, you can see it shift. Oh, love this one. On application, it was very smooth and easy to work with. I thought that the copper shimmer might have some brush strokes, but it did not. If it had any on application, they dried down completely smooth. I was able to get this one fully opaque in 2 coats. I could still see a little bit of nail line, but honestly, with the intense shimmer, I was not paying attention. So here's what it looks like in some sunlight. You can see it starting off as copper and then shifting to green and gold. Oh my goodness, it is stunning. Love, love, love this polish. Pictured are 2 coats of Carpe Noctem from Wildflower Lacquer. And the final polish I have to share with you today is from Rogue Lacquer. It's called Tricks and Spoopy Treats. Okay, I seriously thought that was a typo, but no, that's what it says on the bottle, and I think I'm missing a joke here, but I don't know. If you get it, let me know in the comments. So Tricks and Spoopy Treats is described as being a cake-inspired crelly with matte black and metallic chartreuse and purple and teal flakes. It's going to retail for $12.50, and there's no cap on this one. So I am so glad to have this in my collection. I absolutely love a white crelly, and if you're not someone who is super into dark and vampy colors for Halloween, maybe you like lighter colors, I tend to like lighter colors, then this is a great Halloween colors because it has all of those gorgeous flakes, but they are in a softer white base. It was so smooth and easy to work with, fully opaque in just 2 coats. If you're a Rogue Lacquer fan like I am, then you know they have this formula down pat, and this one was no different. I did get just a little bit of texture with this polish built up in 2 coats, but nothing that a regular glossy top coat didn't smooth out just fine. So here's what it looks like on the full hand swatch. Just love the colors in here. This is a really fun option for this month. Pictured are 2 coats of Tricks and Spoopy Treats with a glossy top coat. And now we're going to take a look at all the polishes I shared with you today, swatched side by side on a swatch wheel so we can do some comparing. From left to right, we have the Night Owl Lacquer. With the orange glow is the Bee's Knees Lacquer. With the indigo blue base is Fair Maiden Polish. The bright blue is Bluebird Lacquer. That first purple is Pretty Beautiful Unlimited. That purple with the pink flash is KBShimmer. The first deeper purple is Graceful Nail Polish. The one with the orange and star glitters is Penelope Loose. The deeper purple with the flakes is Glisten and Glow. That orange in its warm state is MTK Designs. Remember, it's purple in its cool state. The holographic is Cupcake Polish, and the magnetic at the end is Lynn B Designs. Now moving on to our more neutral-based colors. From left to right, we have Stella Chroma. Beside the Stella Chroma, we have the Cuticula. With the magnetic line is Coloristic Carol. With those bright lime glitters is by Danny Viana. The one with the gold flakes is Leisha's Lacquer. The deep black is Heather's Hues. That first white is Wildflower Lacquer, and there at the end is Rogue Lacquer. All right, taking a look at them one last time, this time in some lower lighting so we can really appreciate those gorgeous shifts. From left to right, we have the Night Owl Lacquer. With the flakes and the green is the Bee's Knees Lacquer. With the big flakes is Fair Maiden Polish. The bright blue is Bluebird Lacquer. That first purple is Pretty Beautiful Unlimited. With the pink flakes is KBShimmer. That deeper purple is Graceful Nail Polish. With the orange and black glitters is Penelope Loose. That deeper purple is Glisten and Glow. That bright orange in its warm state is MTK Designs. That deep pink is Cupcake Polish. And then at the end with the magnetic line is Lynn B Designs. And moving on to our neutrals now. From left to right, we have Stella Chroma. Beside that, we have Cuticula. With the magnetic line is Coloristic Carol. With the green glitters is by Danny Viana. With the gold flakes is Leisha's Lacquer. The deeper one with the larger glitters is Heather's Hues. That first white is Wildflower Lacquer. And then there at the end, we have Rogue Lacquer. If my review video was helpful for you, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my future videos. So those are the items I have to share with you for this month's polish pickup. Let me know in the comments what's going on your wish list, whether it was in my video today or not. I always like to know what you guys have your eye on. I'll even put my wish list down there too. And in case you're in the mood to see some more amazing polishes be swatched, you should check out some of my recent videos. Last week I live swatched and reviewed part 2 of the From Blood and Ash collection from Bee's Knees Lacquer. I also recently reviewed the China Glaze Halloween 2021 collection on my channel. I'll link both of those videos in the description box so you can check them out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful for you, and subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you next time. Bye!